big one and a big test today. Those are the players to watch. Presented by RBC Wealth Management, proud partner of Major League Soccer. With both Vite, Nelson, and White. White, when he plays 1,500 plus minutes in a season, dynamic and dangerous. 9 goals, 4 assists between the front three, with Nathan Ordaz as the 9.
In 2025. Two teams that know each other so well. Two teams that have met 12 times over the past 2 seasons. They meet for the first time in 2025. Underway on Sunday Night Soccer. Vancouver hosting LAFC. They've met in 4 different competitions. This is the 20th match, all competitions. The most of any team in Major League Soccer. They haven't had a break. Playing game after game, but they've been winning game after game. But now they've got to deal with a man who has torn them up the past 2 seasons. Denis Bouanga gets around Ocampo into the middle. Takoka punches away. Igor Jesus, first time. Takoka again punches away. Tillman the follow. It's blocked.
This is where he's been absolute killer against Vancouver. 8 goals over the last 2 seasons against the Vancouver Whitecaps. Blackman and company, they've got to be very mindful that when Ocampo and Bouanga are one-on-one,
will take this long throw. It's heaved into the box. Oh, into a dangerous spot. What a save. Takaoka. Follow is in. That's a familiar sight. It's the black and gold celebrating against the Whitecaps.
And defending. And it's oftentimes not the first ball, it's the second one that you've got to deal with. Are you ready? Great little flick on there. Unfortunate that Seguro doesn't finish it. Takaoka's been very quick with 2 or 3 saves early going here, but great from Mark Delgado to fill in the gaps, find the loose ball, and finish. They need something from Tillman and Delgado in the final third. They get that from the former LA Galaxy man.
But it comes from a conversation with Jesper Sorensen and the staff. They said, Sebastian, we need you further up the field, occupying those spaces, being aggressive. He's done so. All 4 of his goals have come in the last month.
Only player on this team to play all 19 games. Was so good in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. 2 goals, 2 assists against Inter Miami across the 2 legs. Hollingshead forward. Oh, he goes down. It's a penalty. No question from Joe Dickerson.
He'd be able to handle Denis Bouanga going forward, but in this instance, it's an overlapping run. Or does he stay stubborn?
What a chance to double the lead early for LAFC. Bouanga scores! He did change it up, slightly to the left. They have nightmares about this man in this city.
Since LAFC have come into this league, they have dominated the Vancouver Whitecaps. And yes, Vancouver, the Cinderella story this year, CONCACAF Champions Cup final, first place on May 11th.
Goal for Chicago, scored in the 4th minute of second half added time. Other than that, it's been all Vancouver, either leading or tied or maybe down a goal. How will they respond? Bouanga curling easy for Takaoka to catch. Still down on the ground. Kubas gets it away to White. Over to Ocampo. He's chopped down by Bouanga. Legendary Hugo Lloris giving instructions. Berhalter and Vite over this restart. The center backs have pushed forward for Vancouver. Vite leaves, Berhalter serves. White! Just out-jumped everybody! And Brian White adds another, his 7th of the season. Vancouver back in it, 2-1.
This is extremely tight. Does Tillman keep Brian White onside when this ball is hit. From that angle, it looks like Tillman keeps him onside. I think the goal stands, particularly in the attacking third.
Do they need to make a change at halftime?
I don't think the tactical system is set up with the players on the field to succeed against LAFC. So I'm not saying the change has to be personnel-wise, but it has to be a formation-wise if you're going to stay with the 10 field players that are currently on the field. Jesper Sorensen and his staff have been dissecting on that iPad right there the entire first half, and they're trying to figure out how to attack Ryan Hollingshead and LAFC, and that's where Vite has started, but that's not where he's finishing this first half.
Hey, they're watching the game in the same way so many of you at home around the world are watching this game on Sunday Night Soccer. And what are those discussions? What will be the results of them? We'll find out, I think, when the second half begins. But now another set piece for Vancouver, who scored their goal off one, and they got the look they wanted. Veselinovic's header right at Hugo Lloris.
Set piece delivery from Sebastian Berhalter's been on point today. Anywhere on the field, corners, 35 yards out, in swinging, out swinging ball, whatever it is. 1 assist on the day, could have had 2. Was really dangerous on his set piece delivery.
Another yellow card. This time, David Martinez was eligible to be taken. Vancouver saw Tristan Blackman available. They really liked him, so they made that deal with Charlotte. Now he's here, and he's been a really big piece for Vancouver this year. But will that change help turn this around for Vancouver? Second half underway on Sunday Night Soccer. Cutting inside, and still Bouanga. Back to Hollingshead, Delgado, and Hollingshead. Igor Jesus under some pressure from Kubas. Kubas called for the foul, and LAFC will have a set piece. This is the win probability. It began with Vancouver up at 50%. It has completely flipped now in favor of LAFC. The model liking the form of Vancouver in 2025, with the long-term form in this series of 1 out so far.
But also LAFC up a goal just suits them. Vancouver's going to chase the game, space is going to open up, and that's where LAFC have thrived over the past 3 or 4 seasons.
Bouanga drives this, that's on goal. Takaoka backpedaling is able to catch.
A wasted opportunity there. Look in comparison to Berhalter's delivery, where every attacking set piece has been dangerous. Bouanga's going to want to have that one back.
Maybe trying to catch Takaoka, being a little aggressive.
He's aggressive coming off his line, but Takaoka, Sorensen even talked about it, that he gives him another player with the ball at his feet, the ability to open up the field. He comes off his line, he's got real good command, he's very busy off his line, but not busy without any real fundamentals. He's got good technique.
One of the reasons Jesper Sorensen pointed at us for maybe a little bit of a change in their philosophy is Takaoka's ability with the ball at his feet.
Yeah, but so many of their players are better now because they want the ball and they can have the ball.
Again, you said it earlier.
It's crazy.
It mirrors Columbus, doesn't it, in that way? That all of a sudden you have these players that they look like different players in the system, in the style, and it's almost just a confidence thing, it seems at times. Berhalter is floating it towards White. Aaron Long gets there first. Former New York Red Bulls teammates, Brent White, Aaron Long. Here's Jaden Nelson. Now it's kind of a loose second to last touch, penultimate touch, and then the cross was mishit. But Nelson's able to get there before Tillman and drop
from Nelson, Jake. It's so good. Reactions are so important, particularly in the modern game, because the ball can change phases very quickly. Transition, defensive. Tillman thought he had the ball. He thought he had it. Now he'll argue he was fouled and pushed, but for me, that's just Nelson being a little bit quicker to react and a little bit hungrier to win that. Now he's got a dangerous set piece for Berhalter and Vancouver.
They're getting these chances, Vancouver are, to equalize this game.
If I'm Hugo Lloris, I think I want one player. He's pointing to that, and that's where he's got Bouanga right on that near post.
Sebastian Berhalter again to serve for Vancouver.
Tough
really
ball
good
to defend here.
And he drives this one over. He was going for goal, I think. So far today, maybe a little bit of a letdown here.
Yeah, it's a little bit more difficult because, but if he's not involved and the team's not getting into the final third, then you don't really have a number 9. Can he add that other part to his game, especially when going to the international level?
Came off of Berhalter and back to Segura under pressure from White. It'll be an LAFC throw. This great start for the Whitecaps, led by Jesper Sorensen, has brought certain players to the U.S. national team into the conversation. Their American trio of Berhalter and White and even Blackman as the center back. We'll see what Mauricio Pochettino thinks about that trio and others. But those three have been so important for the resurgence of the Vancouver Whitecaps.
I mean, it's 4 different countries. They beat teams, Saprissa, Monterrey, Pumas, Miami. It's just what they've done in CONCACAF Champions Cup and navigated the MLS regular season to start. Remarkable.
Ahmed,
good ball.
Big switch. Sabi's got some space. Valencia defending. Sabi cutting inside. Clips it towards White. Deflection. White again! A goal that was coming.
On this near side, whether or not Ocampo takes down Hollingshead, there's no whistle blown. Then Ahmed switches the point of attack. Little bit of a deflection here. It gets to Ahmed and just brilliant. Brian White, time and time again, is in the right spot at the right time. But I think Ocampo and Vancouver get away with one. That is a foul in my book. No whistles blown. Play until the whistle. Brian White and Vancouver think in the moment it's 2-2.
That's dangerous against LAFC, isn't it?
Apparently none of them watched Barcelona and Real Madrid today. I mean, it plays into the hands of Bouanga if they can get an opportunity to get them forward.
Ahmed to the back post. That header from Valencia. Flipped right.
On the other hand, Vancouver's not worried about anyone other than themselves, which is part of the reason why they're in the position that they are. Just aggressive, playing their way, their style. Trying to play for 90 minutes, trying to get 3 points at home. A team they've only beaten 6 out of 23 times in their history. A real thorn in their sides, but they've come back down 2-0 to bring it to 2-2.
Bouanga holds off Kubas. Bouanga across! Takaoka! Ibomasi!
Oh my goodness, he got it.
It's just over. Takaoka did enough.
This is LAFC on the counter, in space, dangerous ball in. He deals with that ball well, but then you've got to quickly react. Big time save from Takaoka.
And now in the 90th minute, the corner for LAFC. Under drives it in! Takaoka
oh my goodness, even better.
Vacated the near post, and he scrambles to make the save.
Yeah, but you've got to be mindful of that. I'm not sure who it was. Is it White or whoever from Vancouver? But just because it's a short corner, you can't leave your spot on that near post.
Under again to take. Again to the near post. White the header. It'll be a 3rd straight corner. Added time is presented by Audi. A minimum 5 minutes left in what has been a thrilling match on Sunday Night Soccer. The top team in Major League Soccer in 2025, Vancouver. The power, LAFC. They have lived up to the expectations. Under on the ground into the near post. Sabi tries to get it forward. Ahmed, nice touch over Bouanga. Break's going to be on for Vancouver. Priso to Ali Ahmed. Palencia defending. Ahmed and Palencia battling, and Palencia draws the foul. And Ahmed lets him know what he thinks about that moment. Is there time for Vancouver? There's not. As entertaining as we hoped. The big dogs of the past 2 years, LAFC went up 2-0.